my name is Lindy Sherries and I used to be a Sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a Sangoma for consultation, yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. My name is Solomon Nizangi Shams. So good to be with you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you that is here. Please make sure you follow me on Facebook, Solomon Nizangi Shams, and also check me out on Twitter and also on Instagram. But importantly, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, Solomon's Temple. Thank you for everyone who's been subscribing, who's subscribed, who's been watching. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Right. So thank you for all the guys who've been supporting me with my legal fees. I'm still raising money. If you want to support my legal fee, same guy, again, like I said, who took me to prison about a year and a half ago. And now I'm supposed to pay his legal fee. And all this came about over a year after all that is behind us. He wants to just quiet me. That's what I feel. He wants to shut me up. But standing for the truth is not something that I'm afraid of. And it's not something that I'm going to back out of. And I'm going to continue to do that. So please, if you want to support with a $50, $100 or whatever, please make sure you do that. If you're in Nigeria and you want to support, please make sure you do that here. And also, this is here. So there is also, yeah. Thank you for the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. I would love to know where you're watching from and how you're doing. So please just drop your location. Just say hello. I'm watching from here. Say hello to everybody in the comment section. There's a couple of comments already in the comment section from YouTube. And also you can do that via Facebook because we're broadcasting simultaneously on Facebook and also on YouTube. So I want to bring your attention to a story that came out recently around TD Jakes and Hillsong. You know, Hillsong has been going through a lot lately. The founding pastors of Hillsong, Bobby Houston and Brian Houston, had to be sort of asked to step aside, not just as pastors, but also as leaders of the congregation, the global church. For a lot of allegations, him being with a woman where he shouldn't be, alcohol abuse, and all that kind of thing, you know. And I think he's struggling with alcohol abuse because even recently there is a story that he was actually caught in the US driving under the influence of alcohol. So pastors face real issues too. But when you face real issues like that, you don't have to hide it. All you have to do is be honest about it and seek for help. That's what it is. So we're talking about T.G. Jakes and other pastors who were invited to Hillsong conference in Sydney, Australia. So the Hillsong conference is like a massive conference where you get like 60,000 people coming through the weekend. So they bring speakers like, I mean, they used to bring Joyce Meyer, T.D. Jakes, Jensen Franklin, who again, all the big names, right? And they give them honorarium. So we know that normally when they invite you to church, especially charismatic Pentecostal churches, you get a honorarium. When you go to like Pentecostal church and Protestant churches, not so much more of that, right? So before we even get to my own view about this issue, let's look at the issue, right? So the issue has been, here is the issue here. Let me put this. So this is the issue here. In a document titled Hillsong Conference with 1 Days, Key Cost Variance covering the period of 2005 and 2011, Hillsong Church paid TD Jakes an honorarium of $146,359 in 2010. So that's about $150,000 for 1 day, right? That honorarium topped payouts for that year. The list of payouts to other prominent Christian personalities includes $58,605 to Israel Houghton, we know him, the musician, $45,032 to Tim Hughes, another preacher, $25,000 to Ed Young, $25,000 to Judah Smith. Judah Smith, we know him. And then there is $25,000 to Andy Steele and all that kind of stuff. So we're talking about real money here, guys. For a day's job, you get $150,000 honorarium. That is exclusive of your flight, because they're going to pay for your flights. They're going to pay for your hospitality, your hotel room when you're there, everything covered. From when you step out of your house to when you come back, you're going to come back with $150,000 for TD Jakes, that is. For 1 day's job, right? The first question you ask yourself is, where does this money go to? Does this money go to the church or the ministry, TD Jakes ministry, or does that money go to is that his personal money? Because you see, a lot of pastors will claim that they don't get a salary and all that because they get these big honorariums, right? Here's more. So Moore is the only other televangelist who ever got close to TD Jakes' 2010 honorarium, that is $150,000 over the period, was Joyce Meyer, who received an honorarium of $133,420 in 2008. Both Meyer and Jakes made multiple appearances at the annual Hillsong conference, and each time they received $100,000 or more in honorarium payments. What do you think about it, guys? Now, here are my issues. My issues is when you have a preacher or a teacher or a bishop or a prophet being invited to speak at a church or at a church event or conference, right? And they actually tell you how much you must pay them for them to come. The kind of hotel room they want to stay in a 5-star hotel, presidential suite, the kind of car they would want to pick them up with. I'm telling you this because a lot of them have riders, what we call riders, where they put all of these things. That's where my first problem is. You're demanding, you're almost like a rock star. We've borrowed from the lifestyle and the way things are done in the entertainment industry. We brought it into the church. So as a church become entertainment now. They give you a rider. If you don't pay us, if you can't pay $70,000, I'm sorry, we cannot come. Are we monetizing the gospel? For me, in this, if that is the approach for some of these guys, then we're monetizing the gospel. Do I believe honorarium should be given? I believe honorarium should be given. But honorarium shouldn't be demanded. And honorarium shouldn't be, you shouldn't name a figure. And by the way, these guys that are receiving this big amount of money, they are millionaires themselves. Do they even really need the money? What would 150,000 US dollars do to a small village? To go a long way. So those are some of my problems. These are some of my problems when it comes to honorariums. And more we're seeing people who, I know a situation where, what's her name? Juanita Bynum was invited here to South Africa. And when you invite Yonita Bynum, she would actually tell you that, look, you're going to pay me this amount of money, and then I'm going to take an offering for myself. And trust me, guys, Juanita Bynum knows how to manipulate people and take a big offering, where before you know it, you're giving her everything. So she knows what she meant when she said she's going to take an offering for herself, because she knows she's going to make so much money. She had a few fights here in South Africa with a couple of pastors because of that. She would put her own people. Once you collect the offering, when she speaks in your church, once she collects the offering, it goes straight to her people. It's not going to go to your people to count the money or not. No, no, no. Her people. That is how we have monetized the whole system. So if we are using all of this to monetize the whole system, this is, guys, this is bigger than TD Jakes or bigger than Hillsong. This has become a culture within charismatic and Pentecostal churches, sadly. And some people are actually justifying it that, well, you want to honor the man of God. That's why you're giving. You're giving him that kind of money. We're competing with entertainment, the entertainment industry. But we are not. We are a different people, peculiar people. We are holding it. Things we do should be different. How are we any different from them? How? So if I'm giving TD Jakes a 20,000 US dollars to come all the way, I will pay his flight and accommodation. Is that too small? For a day's job, guys. For one day. Are they, again, I said, is that money going to the person? Or is it going to the ministry? Or is it going to missions? Or is it going to charity or the poor somewhere, somehow? I don't know. Some of them, the money might be going there. But my problem is if that money is going into their own pocket, the person himself. And trust me, a lot of times that money goes to their own pocket. I know, I've interacted with a lot of them. It has become all about money now, guys. And we need to be extremely careful. Don't go around trying to justify the fact that you love this man of God, this bishop, so they are giving him this amount of money and you're trying to defend them. Guys, we have to be careful. We've lost the sensitivity to modesty. We've lost the sensitivity to just being satisfied. And we have to really go back to the drawing board. And we really need to relook at that. Well, just want to share that with you. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you, and I'll see you again soon.